Hello there! Star Wars is a multimedia franchise that consists of movies, TV shows, animation, books, comic books, and of course, video games. Welcome to Cupcos Cantina, happy to have you here. Today we're going to be looking at every upcoming Star Wars video game that is in development that is hopefully going to release. All the way back in September 2021, at Sony's PlayStation Showcase, a very brief teaser was shown for a Knights of the Old Republic remake. Developed by Aspyr, the brief trailer opened the showcase and featured Revan, and since then, nothing good from this game. Reports indicate that it was supposed to launch late in 2022 as a PC and PlayStation exclusive, but halfway through that year, after showing a vertical slice of the game, apparently Aspyr's parent company Embracer and Lucasfilm themselves were unimpressed. Two department directors were laid off, the game was put on hold until Embracer eventually took Aspyr off the project, giving it instead to Saber Interactive and Madhead Games. Now, as recent as March of this year, they've said that the game is still in development, but no further news since then. Announced at the Game Awards in 2021, Star Wars Eclipse was an action-adventure game developed by Quantic Dream and, like the KOTOR remake, has not had a very good development it seems. Now, I talked about this very recently here on the channel, so check out this video here for a little bit more info, but essentially, Eclipse is in a bit of a bad spot due to understaffing on the project. Now, developers of Eclipse went on strike recently in an attempt to save potential layoffs of around 115 staff members of the studio after the cancellation of the Spellcasters Chronicles game, saying that they should be reassigned to Eclipse rather than let go completely. Now, one developer stated that the project was impossible to finish with their current numbers, yet last week the studio said that Star Wars Eclipse is still on track and development would continue as normal, which of course contradicts the statements made by striking staff members. So we're not really sure what's going on with this one just yet, so just like the KOTOR remake, we'll just have to wait and see what develops for Star Wars Eclipse. Well, after two announced games that might not come out, let's talk about one that's coming out very, very soon. Star Wars Zero Company is less than 2 months away from release, and as a personal note, this is my most anticipated game of the year. While it was announced as being worked on a number of years ago by BitReactor and Respawn Entertainment, Zero Company was officially revealed last year just before Star Wars Celebration Japan, along with a panel at the event. Zero Company is a turn-based tactics game set during the Clone Wars where you can customize a squad of operators to go out on missions across the galaxy in a battle against the separatist-aligned cult called the Infinite Coil. If you've played and loved games like XCOM, this is the game for you. I'm not going to spend too long on this one as I have a ton of videos on Zero Company on the channel already. Feel free to check them out. I'm just going to say I'm incredibly excited for this one. We're actually getting 2 Star Wars video games this year. After Zero Company releases in August, we're getting Galactic Racer in October. Revealed at the Game Awards last year and being developed by Fuse Games, Galactic Racer drops you into the role of Shade, a mysterious racer entering the Galactic League, an unsanctioned racing tournament in the Outer Rim. You'll pilot skim speeders, speeder bikes, land speeders, and of course pod racers across a variety of different planets like Jakku, Ando Prime, and Tatooine. This is another one that I'm very much looking forward to. Previews were out not too long ago, so there is a good bit of footage out on YouTube at the moment. Make sure you go and check it out. A third Star Wars game revealed at the Game Awards. Fate of the Old Republic was first shown at the show last year and is coming from Archanaut Studios, a recently founded Canadian studio headed up by Casey Hudson, a name you'll be familiar with as the project director of the original Knights of the Old Republic, along with the Mass Effect trilogy. We don't know too much about the project as it is quite early in development, so I'll leave you with what the press release says. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic is a narrative-driven single-player action RPG where you step into the role of a Force user on a journey through a galaxy on the edge of rebirth. Back in 2022, Skydance New Media and Lucasfilm announced a collaboration that they would be doing a Star Wars game headed up by Amy Hennig of Uncharted fame. Now, funnily enough, Hennig had also been working on a previous Star Wars game codenamed Project Ragtag that was ultimately cancelled in 2017, after which EA tried to retool it into a live service game that was also cancelled in 2019. We know pretty much nothing about this one. There's been no official cancellation news of it. Skydance New Media has actually combined with Skydance Interactive to now become Paramount Games Studio, and currently their focus is on Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, a game itself that has been delayed several times already with an initial release date of holiday 2025, but it's now been stated that it's not going to be out before 2027. That's currently the studio's main focus right now, so we won't be seeing anything from the Star Wars game until after that happens, if it happens at all. Hennig does not have the best luck or track record, sadly, with Star Wars games. Finally, Star Wars Jedi 3. This is another one that we don't really know anything about other than just that it will serve as the conclusion to Cal Kestis' story. From Respawn Entertainment, this will be the follow-up to Fallen Order and Survivor. Now, there are some rumours going around at the moment about more choice being added to the story, a significant time jump in the story as well, but also a lot of people said that it would show up at Summer Game Fest this year, and well, that didn't happen. Now, the development has been a tiny little bit troubled with this one, as the director, Stig Asmussen, left the studio back in 2023, not too long after Survivor's release. As far as I know, a new director has not been officially announced as of yet. Respawn also sadly had the passing of one of its founders, Vince Zampella, back in December of 2025. Like the other projects, we're just sort of in the wait and see mode for this one. Who knows, maybe it'll show up this year at the Game Awards at the end of the year as well. All that said, I am very much looking forward to seeing my sweet Ginger Prince back on my video game screen soon. And that's it for now. 7 games, 5 of which I'm going to say have a decent chance of coming out. Actually, maybe 4. I'm not really sure. I'm sure there will be other unannounced projects that are being worked on right now that we will learn about in the coming future, but for now, that is a look at every upcoming Star Wars game in development. Zero Company and Galactic Racer coming later this year. I'm going to have new videos on both of those coming out soon-ish, maybe a week or 2, I'm not too sure. Anyway, make sure you follow me here at Cubcause Cantina on YouTube and at Cubcause Cantina over on TikTok. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you, always.